Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to swap out the drive shafts on the Traxxas Haas and the Rustler. They have the exact same system when it comes to their suspension and their steering and their drive shaft setup. So to swap out one drive shaft on one, it's the exact same process on the other. So I might as well show them to you all in one go. And if you have trouble like doing work on these RC cars, hopefully this video will help you guys out. It's not a difficult process, but if you're not used to doing repairs on RCs and things like that, it can be troublesome for some people. So hopefully this video will be kind of a guide to show you how it's done. It's super easy, and we are going to swap them out with I'm going to put these on the Traxxas Haas. These are some metal drive shafts from Traxxas, and these are the ones we're going to put on the rear for the Rustler. Here are the drive shafts off the Rustler, and you can see it failed right there in the U-joint on both of the rear ones. This is the front drive shaft off the Haas, and as you see it sheared that completely off. So the axle actually came off, and it broke right where that pin goes through at. So in the light you can see the difference. The top one, that's the black plastic, and the one right there, that's gray. This is the one that came on the Rustler stock. I don't know if it comes on the Rustlers currently. I don't know if they've upgraded the drive shafts or not, but this is the one that came on it when they first came out. And this right here is a heavy duty drive shaft. It's even stronger than these, but of course this didn't come off the Rustler. This one came off the Haas, and you can see that the plastic is different. So these are more sturdy and better than these are. Now some people would tell you that you can use the Stampede drive shafts, and this is the one that's off of a Stampede. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it is a lot thinner than the ones that came off the Rustler. So it does fit. You can put these on the Rustler, but I don't recommend it. They just are really weak and very thin compared to the standard ones, and even weaker than the heavy duty ones. These are the drive shafts I'm putting back on the front of the Haas. They're metal. I don't know how well they're going to work out, but you see that the parts number is a 6851R, and those are for the front. And this is what I'm going to put on the rear of the Rustler. These are a 6852A, and these are better than the stock ones. I don't know how long they will last, but they are heavy duty, and I want to see if they end up breaking on the Rustler. Now do not mix up your front and your rear drive shafts. They're not the same, so you cannot just put the rear drive shafts on the front and front on the rear. You need to put them back on the way they're supposed to go. As you can see, the front of the Haas and the Rustler are the same, so is the rear. And the only difference from the front and the back when it comes to changing out the drive shafts, the rear, you can come back here and get to the screw in the drive shaft straight back here pretty easily. But on the front, it's kind of difficult to come in from this angle over here. So what I like to do is I like to take this shock off, and it just makes it so much easier to get inside of there and get that screw out. Start off by removing the wheel. Take the screw out of the shock off the top. That way it falls down out of the way. Inside there's a little bitty screw. You can see the hole right there. So some needle nose will make it very easy to get that screw in and out. There you go. And that slides off just like that. Now you need to take this hex off and get something to wedge in there. And be careful, there's a pin. This hex covers up a little pin. So that little pin right there, it will fall right out. Do not lose that little B pin. Once that is off, this will come right out. Push it out the other side. There we go. And watch out, there's usually washers that are on just like that, so don't lose those either. Here's the replacement drive shaft. There you go. May have to turn a little bit. It'll make it easier. Stick that in there. There you go, just like that. Somebody's racing down the road apparently. Put the washer back on there. Put the pin through just like that. And the hex, you will see there's a little slot for that pin. So push it on there. Make sure that pin is pretty centered. There you go. Now all you need to do is turn, you can turn your other wheel and line up that hole. Put that piece in there just like that. It's easy if you use a pair of needle nose to stick it down in there. Just like that. Now you can tighten it down. There we go. Let's put the shock back on. Place the wheel. Helps if you have the nut in there. All right, time for the other side. So I just realized there is a bearing missing out of my Haas. I think it came out of this right here. I noticed this was really loose when I was putting it back together, and I'm like, man, it should not be that loose. There is supposed to be a bearing inside of there. When I take this one off, I don't know if you can see it. Inside of there, there's a really big bearing, and it is gone out from this side right here. This piece right here, when it broke, this piece is supposed to hold the bearing in. The bearing is supposed to go over this and up against this right here. And when that broke, the bearing popped out of there. I've got to go to the park and see if I can find where that bearing is. There is no telling if I'm even going to be able to find it. But I'm going to have to put this video on hold and run to the park right now and see if I can track that thing down. All right, I got this thing. It's a little magnet roller thing. I guess I'm just going to walk around like this forever till I find that bearing. That worked. This is a very useful tool. That's awesome. We found the bearing. I can't believe we found that bearing. It has been out there for a week. It survived the hurricane. We had the hurricane come through. I can't believe no one came by and just picked up the bearing, because when I was a kid, I used to pick up like bearings and stuff all the time and take them home with me. So I can't believe we lucked out and found that thing. If we had not have found it, I was going to just take it off the Rustler, but we don't have to do that now. All right. You take this bearing, you can slide it on there. Now usually it does not come out of, I guess this is the caster block. Normally it doesn't come out of there. So I have replaced many drive shafts on the Rustler, and I have never seen that bearing come out like that. So there you go. Just make sure you got that bearing in there. That's crazy. All right, Haas is all back together with its bearings. Those drive shafts look really good in there. And yeah, you can see I got the gray ones, the heavy duty ones in there. I still got the original on the front of the Rustler. You can see they're a little bit twisted. A little bit, not much at all. Those are still holding up pretty well. But the rear they went. So I replaced those. Let's see how long the rear on these last. Let's get a battery in this thing and get it running. Excuse my shop. My shop is a mess. I'm building and rearranging and organizing stuff inside of here. So here you go. People said they were disappointed I didn't try to ollie it off this table, so we're gonna see if we can do it. It's probably just gonna spin though. Yeah, that wasn't much of an ollie. Let's open the truck bed up and see if it'll do it. I got rocks all in the bed. I need to clean that out. Woo! That's exactly how you break those drive shafts, by landing under brake. So I need to get used to doing that and letting off the brake just before it lands. Ooh, on its wheels. Do it again, see if I can keep it on the ground this time. That was perfect. This thing is so cool. This thing is a ton of fun. Let's see. Look at the black marks. That's pretty cool. I think that will comes up a little bit. Well guys, that's how you swap out the drive shafts on the Rustler 4x4 VXL and the Traxxas Haas. I didn't know that bearing came out. That is so crazy, but now we know if you break your drive shaft in that one little area, you know that bearing can come out, so you need to keep an eye out for it. I have never seen that bearing come out. I have tried to pull it out on the Rustler several times, and it's just like, it's like really in there, at least on mine it is. So I didn't know that bearing was just gonna fall out like that. It went back in super easy too. So, but now you know, check for that bearing whenever you take your drive shafts and stuff off, and keep an eye out for it when you do break a drive shaft. That's crazy to me that I found it. I still can't believe I found that thing. That little tool I use, that little magnet strip or whatever, I got like Home Depot. I don't remember how much it was. I don't know what it's called. I have no idea. It's over in the tool section. And yeah, if you're going to be doing a lot of like RC stuff and you break a lot of stuff and you want to find your metal parts and stuff like that, it's a great tool to have. Also, when you're around the shop and you lose like a screw or something like that, or even out here on this asphalt, you know, the asphalt is really dark. So if I lose like a dark screw, that tool, it really helps me find these screws sometimes. So washers, bearings, all that stuff it finds. So it's really good for that kind of stuff, as long as you don't have stainless steel screws, because stainless steel, I can't speak, stainless steel is not magnetic, so it won't pick those up, but anything else it will find. So that's really cool for that thing. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to, I got so much stuff to do. I didn't get a chance to really do any chores around the house this morning because I was kind of busy doing something else. I was having a blast in a 1940s biplane. It was fantastic. I had a great time flying today, and so I didn't get much done in the morning. So now I got chores to do. I don't have time to sit here and play with the RC car all day long. I spent too much time on it already. That's like a 5-minute repair, and I've been out here for a couple of hours. So that's how that went. Yeah, but anyways, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you guys out. If you are swapping your drive shafts on your Rustler and on your Haas, I hope this video has helped you guys out. Let me know, have you guys broken the drive shafts from your Haas yet? Have you broken your front drive shafts? That's the ones that I broke. I was doing a gazillion ollies, so I don't know how well the metal ones are going to hold up. My concern is that the metal ones are going to remove a weak point in the drivetrain, which is the drive shafts. It's going to transfer it over to the differentials. So I may start blowing differentials. I don't know. I'm going to take it out to the park, ollie it around, and see if I can, you know, torture test those drive shafts, I guess. But yeah, I won't film any of that, I don't think. Maybe I will, I don't know. I don't usually, you know, film my bashing sessions and stuff like that, so I don't know if I will or not. I don't know. But anyways, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've rambled on enough. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Thank you guys so much. Share the video, get us some traction. I appreciate it so very much, and I will see you guys later.